Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing a reading on why is your mother-in-law so mean? Why the hell is she like that? What's going on, alright? So we're going to try and find out and explain your mother-in-law's behavior, alright? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into pile 1. Alright, pile 1. Why is your mother-in-law mean, disrespectful, grouchy, unfair? Let's go ahead and see. So mother-in-law, pile 1's mother-in-law. Alright, her thoughts, her feelings, and her intentions. Back of the deck is a 9 of Swords. So, interestingly enough, I feel like when it comes to your mother-in-law, I do feel like she likes you. I honestly do think she likes you. I feel like she thinks you're a lot more attractive than the people that their child usually gets with, their family member usually gets with. I do think they like you. I do think they like you. I think they feel like when it comes to the family, you're kind of the center of attention. They're not mad at it. They really do like you, and they feel like you're going to bring positive outcomes to their child's life. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling, let me just get a clarifier for this Sun card. Make sure I know what I'm talking about before I say it. Back of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. No, they definitely think that they got lucky when you came in the picture. Sun and the Wheel of Fortune is positive outcomes and massive luck, right? Sorry. But then the 8 of Wands is about forward movement. It's about luck. It's about good news. We also have Sagittarius on the back. Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of luck, optimism, wealth, things like that, fate kind of. So yeah, they definitely do like you. They don't really have any complaints about you. When it comes to feelings, they're a person where you get what you give. They will never lowball somebody. They feel like they will always be fair, at least when it comes to their actions and their investment in the relationship. They definitely feel like their child has you on a pedestal. And yeah, they feel like you and their child have a lot of potential for a long-term commitment. We get to clarify for the 6 of Pentacles. Getting investment. I don't know if you guys have a joint business venture, but they would like to. Let me see. Clarifier for this. And the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, they think you're exceptionally hardworking. You have a way of getting what you want out of life. You're someone who's willing to work as hard as you possibly have to create the life you deserve. You know what I mean? And they really admire that. Yeah, sorry, I had something in my mouth. They really admire that. And I think that you're someone who you're exactly the type of person that they would have wanted for their child. You know, so I don't think there's any harsh feelings. I don't think there's any negative feelings. You're hardworking. You're beautiful. You're all of these things. You're actually committed. They see a lot. There's nothing negative in their thoughts or feelings toward you. But their intentions, we have the 7 of Cups. I'm going to see why that's there. The 7 of Cups usually talks about daydreaming or not being in reality, being too stuck on which choice to make, not knowing which choice to make, right? So let's see why that 7 of Cups is there. What is that trying to tell us? 5 of Cups. Why is this 5 of Cups coming out? Did you walk away from their child? Let me see. What was the 5 of Cups talking about? You walked away from their child, didn't you? 4 of Swords. No contact. You went no contact with their child? Seems like you did. Seems like you did. And they feel, I'm getting the song We Could Have Had It All, Rolling in the Deep. I think they saw a lot of potential between the two of you, and I think they liked you a lot. I think that they feel like they kind of understand why you left, but I think they feel like you had a good bond with them and you had a good bond with their child, and it wasn't, I mean, it was a smart move for you, but I don't know, I guess they had higher hopes for the relationship. With the child showing up as the emperor, I do believe that their child likes to have control, full control over the direction of the relationship. And besides that, they can be hard to get through to. They can be stubborn. The emperor is Taurus, no, Aries energy. I believe it's Aries. Yeah, they could feel like their child is hard to get through to, if that makes sense. It's interesting. Yeah, I feel like they feel like you had to put all of your good memories behind you in order to be happier yourself. I feel as though they feel like I feel it's like they feel like you and their child are going backwards. And I feel like they're not sure whether going backwards and revisiting the past and hashing those things out is necessary, or moving forward. Like, I don't think they know, like, moving forward with the relationship, like upgrading the status of the relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah, and maybe you feel kind of ashamed. Why would you feel ashamed? Eight of Cups. Because you gave up on the relationship. Maybe you're not too happy with how it makes you look. Or you're just not happy with all the emotions that you invested. It's like you don't want nothing to do with them. You're turning away. You're not showing your face. Part of you feels remorse, somewhat shame. Like, they just know. But I get the vibe that their child is a my way or the highway type of person. The Emperor is the Emperor, which is really good qualities to have. But I think on the downside of the Emperor is that need for control. And that we have the Bull up here. I'm not sure if it's Aries. Yeah, it's definitely Aries energy or Taurus. But it's like they know that their child may look really good on paper, but still has some shadow aspects like everyone else. But I think their child presents as, being really good on paper. Now let's find out why the mother-in-law has been acting a certain way toward you. Why has the mother-in-law been treating you unfairly? Why has the mother-in-law been treating you? Knight of Cups, the Lovers, and the Hierophant. I can almost get with the Devil in the back of that. I can almost guarantee you that she likes you and she does not intend to treat you in a way that makes you feel less than. It's not on purpose. Maybe this mother-in-law is a little bit tone deaf and they don't realize how they come across. But I think they would really, really like to save your marriage with their child. And they feel like you two are meant to be. And they're proud of their child for even taking a shot with someone like you, or being able to pull someone of your stature. You know what I mean? They like you a lot. They want to offer you love. They feel like you and their child are absolute soulmates, like it's a match made in heaven. But they also know it's not their choice, you know? Back of the deck is the Devil card. Let's see, why is the devil card coming out? That's obsession, that's greed, that's anxiety, that's codependency. Maybe they feel like you and their child have a bit of a codependent relationship. Clarify for the devil card. Ten of Cups. Yeah, they could feel like you two are a bit codependent. And they could feel like maybe it's hard for their child to be fully present for you and be fully present for the rest of their family. They could feel like their child is kind of spread thin because there's so much of an investment between you and their child. So what do they feel they should be doing about this? What do they feel they need to do about this? So now we know that they love you two together, but they find it to be a little codependent at times. Which is, I mean, that's, everybody goes through that at some point in their life, right? What do they feel like they're supposed to be doing? Death. Okay, there we go. Here it goes. Yep. So they feel like in the back of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. They feel like, so first off, I can tell you that they gossip about this. They do gossip about this. And they feel like they're willing to betray what it is that you want and what their child wants in the name of saving the relationship. She could have been a single mom, or dad could have been absent, or she just doesn't want you to end up as a single mom. Excuse me. I really do think that the way she acts is more so out of concern for you than out of concern for their child. And maybe she's putting her nose where it doesn't belong, but I can promise you there's really no malintent, right? So let's go ahead and see exactly what she's doing and advice for you. So what exactly is she doing that's wrong? Ace of Wands, Star card in reverse, Seven of Wands, and Five of Swords with the King of Swords in the back. All right. New beginning, new creative adventure, losing hope, defending oneself, and pettiness. So this is what she's doing wrong. She wants to be involved, and for all of the right reasons. This isn't like, oh, they need to break up. No. She wants to salvage your relationship with her child. She absolutely does. But the problem here is that it's just someone who sticks their nose where it doesn't belong. I think she's afraid the relationship will end. For some of you, they may want grandchildren, but I think that they're afraid the relationship will end. And I think that they aren't afraid to voice their opinion, but they kind of are. Because I think she knows that she doesn't know everything. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I know my child so well, they would never. No, she knows that there's always gonna, things can happen. And, it can change the course of whatever. But I think it's more so like, oh, what the hell? Oh, no. There was a squirrel outside my door. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, I think she wants to fight for this relationship. And I think that's the problem. Like, she's just getting involved. And she knows that she doesn't know everything, but she does not want her child to move on. She doesn't want her child to move on. She doesn't. So she's trying to fight your battles for you. And that's the problem. Because there's a lot that she is not aware of. And she has not yet become conscious of that, right? So I think that's the problem, but I can tell you it's all with good intent. This mother-in-law loves you, but I feel like she's putting a lot of pressure on her child. And that, I feel like she's kind of angry and annoyed with the way that this is going, because it's like, do you two not see that you are like damn near meant for each other? Like, it's hard to find really good, committed, close relationships, and y'all are just absolutely taking advantage of the fact that you two are good people, right? So, I think it's something along the lines of that. I think maybe she can kind of lash out when she's really upset, but I feel like she really wants to defend this relationship, and she finds that you two are a bit foolish for not wanting to work things out. And her being so involved, and it's all from a good place, is kind of making both of you exhausted, right? But she's really hard on her child, very hard on her child. And it's causing their child to kind of lash out at you. You know what I mean? Because they don't know, they don't have anyone else to take it out on. Like, they can tell their mother, fuck off, leave me alone. But their mother is so dedicated to making sure you two work out. And she's sticking her nose where it doesn't belong. But she does love you and adore you. She does have you on a pedestal. She doesn't want anyone else for their child. This is just a case of sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. You know, being a little bit too nosy, a little bit too involved. And in her eyes, she's saving you too, right? So that's what I got for you, Pile 1. I hope that resonated, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all of the things, all right? Have a lovely day, and hope to have you back on my channel soon. All right. All right, my cards are falling. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Currently picking my cards up off the floor because I drop them all the time. All right, let's go to your reading. We're gonna find out why your mother-in-law is like this. Like, what the hell is wrong with her? All right, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right. All right, so what is your partner's mother-in-law's thoughts toward you? We have the Two of Pentacles. What are her feelings toward you? We have the World, her intentions, the Two of Swords. Interesting. So this woman is thinking that it's her place to get involved. I'm gonna tell you this. She wants there to be, I think you two have different ideas of what equal give and take looks like. She wants to be practical. She thinks that you're practical. She may think that you're also juggling a lot of things and you're lacking balance in your personal life, and it's bleeding over into your relationship, right? And there could very much be friction between the two of you in regard to what being practical and reliable means, right? I think you two just think much differently. I think that she may be someone who tries to force and impose her ideas on others. I think she is blind to the truth, and she doesn't know what decision to make as far as whether to support or kind of be against this relationship. Let me get a clarifier for the World card. The World is the completion of a cycle. This could be closing out karmic cycles, stuff like that. How is the World card relevant? What is clarifying? King of Wands. Knight of Wands. Interesting. Yeah, she feels like her child is done with you, and oh my goodness, sorry, I'm so clumsy today. She may feel like her child is done with you and you're just chasing him, and you don't realize that he's not into you anymore. She feels like a lot of the relationship was sex and infatuation powered. She thinks that you two never had a real bond, and it was just passion or puppy love and things like that. And she just feels like you're chasing him and he does not want you. You know, that's how she feels and that's how she sees it. And it's like maybe you're blaming her or blaming him or blaming all this when in actuality he just doesn't like you. And she feels like it's just like almost like a business thing. Also, by the way, the number 2 could be important to you. 21 could be important to you. But yeah, she feels like you're chasing him and he doesn't even want you. And she feels like you're kind of like making a bit of a fool out of yourself and you're not willing to accept that he's just not interested and that she feels like he's been kind of using you. Yeah. We have the Judgment card and the Devil card. Whew, yikes. This woman is insane. I'm sorry. She may also think that something is really like cult-ish about you. I don't think she's a big fan of your spiritual beliefs. I think she feels like eventually he's gonna realize that you are toxic, you're codependent, you're a bit obsessed with him. Like it's just giving like fangirl behavior. Yeah, she feels like her child, either they're just waking up to the truth about you or, yeah, she's just not a big fan. She's just not a big fan, and it's not even necessarily too much about what you've done. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that she just feels like her child is not like you and you're complicating their life by chasing them so much. So let's see what your mother-in-law has been doing in return. What is your mother-in-law doing in return or in reaction, response to these thoughts and feelings? What is your mother-in-law doing in response to these thoughts and feelings about a relationship that's not her business in the first place? Strength card, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. All right, so she's trying to step up as a mother. Yeah, Queen of Cups. She's trying to step up as a mother. I don't necessarily get that she's trying to interfere too much. She feel like the situation will solve itself. She doesn't really feel the need to do too much. She could be very much a career woman and kind of like focused on that. But I do think she's taking note of everything and she's putting her focus on her child. She doesn't feel that the need to focus on you. You may have some sort of wealth or something like that, and she likes that. But I think when it comes to you, she's just like, okay, well, at least Pile 2 has money and they can hold their own. She's working on being more kind and compassionate toward the both of you, but she's kind of just like, I'm investing and I'm getting out what I've put in. At least on her end, she feels like you have not treated her unfairly. And I don't think she's going around, oh, Pile 2 is so mean to me. Absolutely not. But she wants to nurture the situation. What does that mean? What does that mean by she wants to nurture the situation? She wants to nurture the situation. What does that mean? Ace, I'm telling you, this woman is very money motivated. I don't know what the hell is going on with her finances, but she's very money motivated. She gives me like gold digger, and in every way possible, like she's always looking for money and willing to do or be with whoever's just gonna pay her bills and keep her stable, right? So there's that. Another card for how she's responding to. I'm telling you, she sees you as a source of money and a source of wealth. 7 of Wands. Yeah, she's gonna do whatever makes her look good. All right, she's gonna do whatever makes her look good on the surface. Yeah, I'm getting the song She Gets Her Way. Wait, that's how she is. I'm telling you, I don't think she's like an evil person or something like that, but I just think she sucks because she's just money motivated. If she feels like her child is losing money, that's it. If you know, she's just very money motivated and it's all about what makes her look good. Um and she knows that you have not mistreated her, and I don't think she necessarily feels like you've mistreated their child, but I think she feels like the relationship is done and you're just holding on to like you're beating a dead horse, and it's just stressing her child out because you won't accept that it's over. So I think for now her mindset is just like, all right, well, what can we get out of Pal 2 while they're still around? Like, let's just take advantage of whatever we can get. All right. And I'm gonna defend my image always. You know, I don't care what anyone says about me. I'm gonna always look good. I'm gonna always do what looks good on the outside. All right. Eight of Swords, trauma, letting out past trauma on you. I definitely get the vibe that this woman is a gold digger. She will take money. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with taking money, but I do get the vibe that she's a gold digger. All right. So let me go ahead and get some advice for you, Paul, too. Shit's away. Yeah, she likes to get her way. She doesn't compromise and she doesn't cooperate. Once she makes her mind up, that's it. Once she finds her own little conclusion to jump to, that's absolutely it. Once she finds her conclusion, that is it. All right, advice for Paul 2. We have the Death card. Oh no, Tower, Death. Oof, 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 oof. And the Two of Pentacles. All right. I think she feels like you need to have an honest conversation with your partner and with yourself. And if you're going to continue this bond with their child, you're going to have to allow the dynamic to change. I think and I think this is true, I think you are kind of holding on to sweet nothings. I think you are kind of holding on to a relationship that is failing. And I don't even think it's your fault that it's failing. I think that it's failing. Excuse me. I think you and your partner just have different ideas. All right. In regard to what a healthy relationship is supposed to be and look like. I think she feels like you both need counseling. And you know, the Tower moment is about sudden change, getting rid of the old and ushering in the new. The Death card kind of has that same kind of motive, right? That same I forgot, I don't know the word for it, but I do think that if you want this relationship to succeed, you're going to have to get some outside perspective. You're going to have to take care of your own mental health. And you're going to have to be willing to be vulnerable with your partner and just make changes. Both of you are going to have to make changes. And I think there has to be a mutual accountability on both ends. But if I'm going to be real with you, if you're committed to this person, you're going to have to be committed to the ups and downs too. And it's not always going to be easy. However, I could see the end of this relationship being a higher benefit than, you know. Also, hold on to your money. Hold on to your money. Focus on your finances and your career. Don't spend all this money on your spouse and their family. Hold on to your money because they're not going to give that back. They may try, but don't invest more than what they're investing on you. Focus on your coin, all right? Yeah. So there is that. And pile 2, that's all I got for you. I hope that made sense. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see next. All right. Let me take this. All right, pile 3, back of the deck is the Magician. This is a nice little spread that we've got going on here. So when it comes to thoughts, I think that her emotions toward you run pretty deep. You know, the 2 of Cups is about a mutual relationship, mutual bond, a nice deep bond between 2 people. Then we have the Moon card right here to clarify that. That's Cancerian energy, which is the mother energy. I think she thinks you would make a wonderful parent. So she definitely thinks that you 2 have a good bond, and she definitely feels like she intuitively understands you, and she understands how your subconscious works. And I think she's fulfilled with the bond that you 2 have. When it comes to feelings, I think she finds you very attractive, very much balanced. We have a lot of water and fire energy here. We have the Magician card on the left right here. As above, so below. I'm getting, I thought you into my life. Look at my mind. No better place or time. How we align. Yeah, she likes you a lot. She thinks you're attractive, magnetic, vivacious, and just she really agrees with her child's decision to bring you in. She's very happy. With intentions, we have the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. She is, I think she's a bit lively, even if she doesn't seem this way. I think she likes fun. She likes to party. I think that she would love to party with you. And I think she likes you, and I think she talks about you a lot and how happy she is and how much of an accomplishment her child has made by being able to even get your attention. If you 2 are not married, she would love to see that, and she feels like intuitively you're perfect. She feels that you have an intuitive, almost telepathic bond with their child. Maybe you 2 are from different cultures as well, different ethnic backgrounds or something like that. She finds that pretty cute, pretty interesting, but she really does like you and she has the best intentions for you. Now let's see, what is this problematic behavior that she's exhibiting? And I've noticed that with quite a few readings where the mother-in-law actually does not hate their child-in-law. They're just kind of tone deaf, and and they don't really understand. Here's the thing, right? When you become a mother-in-law, there's not so much practice for that. Just like when you become a husband or a spouse, your first time, it's their first time as well, you know, stepping into this type of dynamic. So I think sometimes there's just a lot of tone deaf behavior because they haven't been here before and they don't quite understand what they really look like when they do certain things. So let's see, what is their problematic behavior? What is their problematic behavior? Oh, Emperor. Control, control, control. They like to have the upper hand. They like to have control. Why? What do they want? Oh, power. Abuse of power. This person goes on power trips. Okay, back of the deck is a Ten of Wands. All right, I see. This mother-in-law likes to overextend herself, and she likes to help people, but it's not so much helping, it's just for the validation of feeling like, oh, like I helped people, I'm such a good person. You know, it's she's more concerned about validating herself, even though she absolutely adores you and loves you. It's about validating her ego and what makes her look good. And or feel good, perhaps, because the star card is about attention, right? Being the star. And I feel like when she no longer feels like the center of attention, that's when she starts to act out. And it's about getting her way, getting her lick back. You know what I mean? I'm not too big of a fan of this. Yeah, she likes to have power and control, and it's not even about her child or you or the way her life is. She's just controlling. She's just controlling, and she overextends herself because it makes her feel as if she's being a good person. And being a good person has to do with letting people do what they want. You know, being a kind person and being a good person are not the same thing. So she's trying to be a good person, and she's just a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. That's mean, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, but she just strikes me as being a damn idiot. But she does it in the name of love and self-validation. I can tell you that. She she's just controlling. She likes to have power. Why is this though? Why is she just such a control freak? We have the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups. Okay, that's why. Back of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. Because she doesn't actually see... One, she doesn't see how her actions affect other people. And I think if she knew exactly what it was doing, then she would change her mechanism of action. What is it? Motive Imperati, something like that. I think she doesn't actually understand how damaging her behavior is, and I think she doesn't know how to go about. Like I said, when I first started this reading, maybe you're her first child-in-law or something like that. Excuse me, where she's very inexperienced at this. And she doesn't see how it hurts her bond with other people. With you and your husband or your wife specifically. She just doesn't see. And why doesn't she see how badly this affects other people? I'm telling you, she likes you a lot though. She likes you a lot, and I think part of the reason she likes you a lot, Eight of Swords, a bit impulsive, but I think part of the reason she likes you a lot is because I want to show you off. I want to show you off. I think part of the reason she's like this and so blind is because, first off, you're the type of child-in-law she would show off. She can brag about. Feeds her ego, makes her look good. And she loves that. Like maybe there's something about you, whether it's how you look or what you do for a living or how you've contributed to society or how you've been able to build yourself from the bottom to the top. There's just a quality about you that she likes to brag about. It feels really nice to brag about. All right. And yeah, I mean, she likes it. She likes you. But she's just kind of ignorant. She's kind of impulsive. How would she react if you were to be like, hey, back off? Or just trying to bring her, you know, how would she react? How would she react? Seven of Pentacles, okay, I think she would be willing to work on herself, but you would have to show her that she's not going to do it unless it benefits her, all right? She's a bit selfish. But I think if you two were to have an open, honest conversation. I do think she'd be willing to kind of look on herself, but it's all about the ego and what makes her look good at the end of the day. But I think she has a lot of trauma that she kind of projects on other people. I think she's kind of stuck where she is. She would be willing to work on herself, but at the same time, I think when people criticize her or try to control her, it makes her spiral and lose her absolute fucking mind. She's just this just seems like a very annoying kind of personality to deal with. And while she has decent intentions, she can't take criticism. She could dish it out, but she can't take it. She's not good at taking criticism. And it just, with this Six of Wands, she just comes across, all these cards are coming out. Yeah, she comes across as someone who has a big ego. Yep, I got a big ego, such a big ego. She has a huge ego, and that is her Achilles heel. It's her ego and her selfishness. Which, I guess that kind of mocks narcissism. She could be kind of narcissistic. She definitely could be. Out of all the piles, I think this is the more self-centered, selfish, what looks best, kind of person. And she puts too much on her plate, she puts too much on her plate. Yeah, and Two of Pentacles, she doesn't involve herself with things where she's not getting an equal give and exchange. And this is a karmic lesson that she's going to have to learn. I'm telling you, karma's going to bite her in the ass soon. Karma's going to, if she's not already being exposed. But I promise you, she likes you a lot. But she's very forceful. She's very selfish. And she's very much about what looks good for her. So at the end of the day, no matter how much she likes a person, whatever feeds her ego is what she's going to do. If it's causing drama to get the attention on her, that's what she's going to do. If it's being able to say, oh, I'm the reason why Pile 3's house looks so good. Like, she's so full of herself in a way that you probably have never seen before. She's just very selfish and all of the above. Let's see. Does this relationship have hope, though? I feel like out of all the piles, this is the most salvageable relationship. Maybe not with her, but I think it's only going to make your relationship with your spouse stronger. Yep, I'm getting what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Doesn't mean nothing because I'm alone. Death card, Tower, High Priestess, there's Swords. Yeah, so if with the Fool card on the back, I think your best bet would maybe be moving away. Though that's not a solution. I think that's the closest you can get to having some independence, and even then, she's still going to be a pain in the ass. But I think maybe if you two were to separate for a little bit, and not even relationship, just physically separate, take a vacation, don't contact for a week or two, be around people and just try to be alone. Try to be alone. And when you're alone for like a week or two, maybe not even a week or two, for a little while, see, it's so sad because I feel like you should not be doing this much work, I don't think you should be carrying this much of a burden. I don't think it should be this hard. And you should really focus on healing your wounds. But me personally, I don't think you should want to be in a relationship that demands this much of you at this point in the relationship. And I'm not even getting much about your relationship with your partner. I'm getting more about your relationship with yourself. And I think you should focus on caring for yourself and say, you know what? If this does not better me as a person, I don't want it. If this doesn't make my life easier, if this doesn't make me happy, I don't want it. And that's how the mother-in-law is thinking. And I think maybe a little of that could be useful if you play the same game. You have two major arcanas. So the idea of helping yourself and repairing your relationship and how you see yourself. You may have felt very torn down and stuff, you know, and attacked. So I think fixing your relationship with yourself and saying, look, I don't want anyone who mistreats, I don't want anything like that in my life. I'm going to protect my peace. Fuck whoever else is getting in the way of that. I think that could help you. You know, copy this mother-in-law a little bit. You know, be like, I don't want to feel weak no more. I don't want to feel, you know, not valued anymore. It's about what makes me feel valued. A little bit of that could help you. You know what I mean? So Palfy, that's what I got. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see next. I'll be glad to deliver. Have a great day.